everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new, and welcome to my October 2022 monthly reset routine. So in this video, we are going to be doing a lot of things. We're going to cover and talk about our September finances, how much money we brought in, where that money went. We're going to talk about our September financial goals and intentions and tasks. We are also going to reflect on the month of September. We're going to talk about my September personal goals and what progress I've made towards those. We will also talk about my September mood board and just really, reflecting on the month of September as a whole. And of course, we will then move into talking about my October goals. And I think I'm going to add in a, special kind of segment in today's video because September was my birth month as well as my husband's birth month. And you'll see that it very much shows because we did a lot of reckless, kind of chill activities. We just kind of chilled as we do every September. And as a result of that, I actually tried a lot of new things. We tried a lot of new things. I got birthday money and I purchased new things because of that. So lots to cover in today's video. Do know that I already filmed a dedicated October budget video if you want to learn all about what we're planning to do with our money in the month of October. Also, I already filmed a dedicated October plan with me video where I share pretty much my whole planner setup and kind of reset my planner for the month of October. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. As always, I am here with my good old handy dandy trusty iPad, and I use it as a laptop. Whenever my laptop broke, I went ahead and thought long and hard. By long and hard, I mean I thought for like a year plus I thought about what I wanted to do, like how did I want to purchase a new MacBook or what I wanted to do, and I settled on an iPad, and I do not regret that decision. So everything that we're going to do today probably is going to be centered around my iPad. Before we dive into talking about our September finances, I think that it is worth notating that, or just kind of sharing a little intro. My husband and I met 10 years ago, and we have been married for 6 years. Last year, my husband rescued a puppy, and so we have now about a 3-year-old pit lab, we think, and we have just been getting adjusted to being pet owners, and that has been very interesting. We do have plans of actually, bearing our own child, but stay tuned for that. So basically, as long as you hear me talking about different wines and margaritas and, because I go to wineries and stuff a lot, as long as you hear me talking about that, cocktails, just know that we have not attempted to have a child. But when I am not talking about that, just know that maybe we have attempted, we have started the process. But until then, we're chilling. But we are definitely at that point where we welcome a human child into our lives, especially now after getting adjusted to pet owner life, because that was interesting, let me tell you. Furthermore, we both work full-time in education. I'm a clinician or counselor. My husband is an educator or teacher, and we both turned a year older in September, and we are early 30s. I'm like barely early 30s, but I don't know, it feels like I've been here before. So we're quite young and we live young and wild and free, but also we are pretty strategic and pretty responsible, if you will. So I don't know, it feels like we're in our 20s. We act like we're in our 20s, but some of the decisions that we make very well give off very mature, responsible vibes, such as how we go about managing our finances. We are currently on a road to early retirement. Right now we are scheduled to retire, kind of on track to retire maybe like 40 something, late 40s, and it's just a personal choice that we have made because while we do actively, we kind of invest, save, pay off debt, we do all of those things at the same time. And because of that, that allows us to live a lifestyle that is very young and wild and free. We do a lot of new things, experience a lot of new things each month, and we love it. So a very well-balanced financial picture, if you will. We also are homeowners, and we have been living in our first home for about 3 years. We have 3 vehicles. One has a loan because we financed it last year. We put about half down on a RAV4, and we also have 2 other vehicles that are paid off. And that's pretty much our lives in a nutshell. That's pretty much it. That's all that I have to share about us. So let's go ahead and talk about the September goals, the financial goals and intentions and tasks that we set for September. And then I'm going to walk you guys through our entire budget and where our money went in the month of September. Okay, so we said we wanted to invest an additional $2,000 towards retirement. We did do that, and we'll talk more about that when we're face to face, because I don't really want to talk a lot about much of anything with this angle. We did reserve our birthday events. I wanted to go to this restaurant for my birthday, and so my husband reserved that. We like going to this one other particular fancy restaurant for, you know, particular occasions. So I did that for my husband, and then we also went to a mimosa brunch festival. That was really fun. That was on my husband's birthday. I wanted to purchase my friend Michelle a birthday gift. Her birthday was in September, and we typically exchange gifts, so I purchased her a gift. We wanted to finalize our anniversary trip, which is coming up, and we did do that. We also were going to add our truck to our auto insurance, but it doesn't move. It's broke again, so she's just kind of sitting there, and, you know, whatever. Once it's up and running again, I guess we'll add it. We wanted to invest 15% of our paychecks. We did do that. We wanted to pay our credit card, which is due every month. We did do that. We did not purchase patio materials because honestly, there were other things that we kind of spent our money on in September that took precedence over some patio materials, pretty much because we have, like, the patio and our outdoor furniture, we have everything that we want and need. It's fully furnished, if you will, fully functional, but I just want to purchase some, like, a little bit of decor kind of, and it's not that big of a deal, so never got around to it. And I did renew our car tags, so obviously our cars are all due the tag, well, in the state of Georgia, which I did not mention, that's where we live. I don't think I mentioned it. In the state of Georgia, you renew your car tags on or before your birthday. Well, you can do it whenever you want, but you're going to have to pay a late fee. So I did renew, I think I went maybe the day before my birthday to renew all of our car tags. I took off a couple of days for my birthday, which we'll talk about. So that's kind of why I went ahead and did that for us, since my husband was at work those couple days and I don't believe in working on my birthday. So these are our September goals. Now let's talk about, we're going to go talk about our actual budget. I do have it. Oh, let's check in here. Let's check in with our calendar here, just because we're here. So I use this to kind of mark off, just kind of keep track of our finances. So the only thing left to really talk about is that we did pay for our internet. We paid for the water/sewer, which was a different amount. So we'll talk about that in a minute. And we just paid all of our bills. I normally kind of give up on this around the last week or so of the month, last few days pretty much, because everything, I don't know, I just memorize all of our bills anyway. This one actually was a different amount. This was, I think it was $51.80, but I track all of our expenses using an app anyway, so we're going to talk about that. So this was our actual budget, but I'm going to go share with you guys this is what we expected to bring in and where our money was expected to go, and I'm about to share with you guys where it actually went. So let's go do that. Okay, so let's talk about where every dollar went, and I'm going to pop up a screen recording over here. So we're looking at my Every Dollar app, and we have been using Every Dollar for as long as I can remember. It is tried and true. It does the job. All we use it for is tracking income and tracking expenses. We don't use any of the other features. We choose to track all of our income and all of our expenses just so we can keep a tight, close look at where, you know, what money is coming in and what money is going out. I truly believe, because of how our budget is set up and because of how long we have been budgeting, that we could probably do without tracking all of our expenses, but honestly it's very habitual, and it's almost like I'd rather be safe than sorry, you know? So anyway, that is what we choose to do. So for income, we brought in $7,886.52, and we spent every single penny of that. By spent, I mean we either invested it, we either saved it, we put it towards debt, or we blew it on frivolous things, or we actually used it responsibly. Those are the 5 different ways that we spend our money each month. Because we are on a FIRE movement, or because that's what we are looking to do, you know, retire early if we can, or, you know, not if we can't, like right now we're on track to do it, but who knows what the next 20-30 years will bring. So because that is an option for us and a viable option, we choose to kind of invest our money first, and then we just blow through the rest of our money so that we can live very fun, young, wild and free lives. So for our mortgage, we paid the same amount that we always pay, which was due on my birthday, $1,520.99. Animals. Next up, we have security for our home, which was $51.47. That is through Vivint, and we own all of our equipment, so we just paid them $51.47 to monitor all the different cameras and stuff that they monitor. I'm not going to explain every single one of these, but for the most part, you know, I wanted to kind of kick off this video with trying to explain a little bit about, you know, our budget. We also have pest control. We pay a company to monitor our pests or get rid of them. We pay Georgia Power for electricity. We pay Sling TV for cable. We pay Mint Mobile for phone, but we didn't have a phone bill in September because we pay our phone bills like with Mint Mobile. You can have, you know, a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a 12-month plan. So we have different varying plans. And so we didn't have a bill due in September, and I don't think in October, but I think the next one is due in November. That girl. Okay, next up, we have Amazon Music, internet, Netflix, water/sewer. That's the amount that water was. It was a little more than I budgeted, but now in October it's gone back down to like $55. So I think, you know, with summer behind us and sprinkler system behind us and the pool behind us and all of that, we will have a more normal kind of water/sewer bill. We also paid Georgia Educators, which went up a wee bit. Maybe it's based on my husband's check, but I needed to figure out what it's going to be because already this year it's been, since he's been back to school, since we've been back to school, it's been 2 different prices, which is strange. For shopping, this is for everything that we spend money on outside of bills and investing and saving. Basically, this is the money that we either blow through or the money that we spend really responsibly when it comes to like toiletries and groceries and eating out, dog food and gas for our cars and that type of thing. All of that makes up that shopping category. So again, probably $1,500 maybe is spent responsibly on actually surviving with inflation, and then the rest of it we just kind of blow through on dates and giving, you know, picking up tabs for other people, donating, stuff like that. Although we do have another giving/donating category, which you'll see in a minute. We pay $62.87 for our pets. She is now in the club where the 45-pound and up club. When we got her, when we rescued her, she was obviously malnourished. Well, it's not obvious, but if you've been around, you know that she was skin and bones. And now she's thriving. And so when we renewed her insurance plan, we had to go bump up to the next category, which is for 45 to 55-pound pups. So I'm happy she's thriving and doing well, but I do not like the fact that I'm paying like $5 more for pet insurance, but it's fine. Transportation is a part of shopping. Life insurance for the both of us is $42.19. We have life insurance at work, but it's not that much. So we have separate plans that we got when we got married. Food, a part of the shopping category. We paid our car payment, which is $314.34. We paid Ashley Furniture, which is $200. I said that we'll be finished with Ashley, I think in November, but the funny thing is I think I want to get another piece of furniture, and I think I'm going to buy it outright. The furniture piece is $200, and we only financed some furniture in the beginning because it was interest free, and so we've just been paying way more than the minimum payment to pay it off. So we've been maybe paying on this for like a year or so. I don't know, even though we only finance like $1,500, I don't know, paying $200 a month, it takes a long time to pay it off. So we have been preferring to just pay that off slowly, kind of slowly, since there's no interest, as opposed to just taking money from savings or taking money that we would otherwise invest to put towards that. We did not have to pay student loans in September because of the student loan forbearance. Retirement, we contributed $2,000, and then for our sinking funds, this is where our money went for sinking funds. Again, we either saved that money or we spent the money. Either way, I still track it. So that's kind of what we did with our money in September. We're moving on to the next segment because she's gotten a louder toy now. So that's kind of where our money went for September. so let's reflect on the month of September. I have this monthly reflection sheet as a part of my digital planner, and I made this to keep track of just, you know, the month as the month went on. So let's talk about some high moments. I got a good teeth report. Literally, guys, the dog, you saw the dog chilling. As soon as I started talking, the dog went to find a bone. I can't do this. Okay, take two. So to make a very long story short, I have a fake tooth. I'm gonna let you guess which one it is. And years and years and years ago, I don't know what was wrong with the tooth, but I had to get a root canal, and then that root canal failed, as many of them do. So I got another root canal that failed too. That was about 6 years ago, actually, before I got married. I just remember that. So I decided to just pull the tooth and get an implant. Implants can cost, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I paid cash for mine, so I got a little discount. So with implants, they can last a lifetime if you take really good care of them, and you can have no problems. Or if you're not taking good care of your implant or your teeth in general, then there could be some problems. You basically have to treat your implant like your average tooth or any other tooth in your mouth. So I went to the dentist this month in September for my 6-month checkup, and I realized, wow, it's been 6 years since I've been dealing with this implant, and you know, things have gone well. I have never gotten any bad report about it. Like when we look at it in the x-ray, it looks good. I'm thinking she's gonna last like she might last my whole life, but I'm thinking she will probably last, I don't know, like another 20 years maybe. Anyway, I was just really excited to know that my implant, I don't know, it just really dawned on me after 6 years. I don't know why. I never appreciated this before, but I was like, wow, that's really exciting. So that's a high moment. I also took off 2 days for my birthday, which meant that I had a 4-day weekend, and that was chef's kiss. I went on lots of date nights with my husband. Normally we do that anyway, but especially in September, we were a little bit of everywhere. And another high moment was all the fall florals and foliage, not only the, you know, like that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, so I have foliage in my home and florals in my home, but just like just foliage and florals and just all things fall everywhere. I thrive. It's my favorite. Low moments. I had a sick day. Yeah, I took off of work at the beginning of September because I wasn't feeling well, and I'm normally not a person who doesn't feel well. I literally never get sick, and the fact that I wasn't feeling well, I was like, I'm just gonna take off work. And so I did that. And so it wasn't, the low moment was that I was sick. Also, my husband had a fender bender, and it was literally a fender bender. Everybody's fine. He's fine. You know, like, it's fine. Another low moment was that just a couple days ago, I realized I haven't gotten a refund from one company from our canceled trip from New Orleans in August, and then I also haven't heard back from this warranty company regarding our chairs. So I'm kind of annoyed by that, but I'll take care of those things and follow up in October. The worst part of September is that I just weighed myself, because I do that on the last day of the month, so I can know, you know, what all transpired within the month, and I gained 5 pounds. I'm not super upset about this or shocked by this, because September was wide open. We're gonna do better in October. My favorites was the Mimosa Brunch Festival that we went to. Gelato, probably why I'm 5 pounds heavier. We went to gelato with my mother-in-law, I think a couple times, maybe like twice in September, but it was so good. I don't know, y'all know I don't really consume we don't consume a lot of sweets and sugar and stuff, but that gelato was hitting. Also, I put as a favorite time with my mother-in-law, my fall decor. I decorated for fall, love that for me. Also, one thing that was really just a favorite that I wrote down in here is that Chime, who we bank with, who I often actually partner with, they actually have ATMs kind of everywhere now. It's kind of wild. And so that was fun, because when I was looking up where the ATMs were, I was like, wow, they're pretty much everywhere. I think they're in every Circle K. They're everywhere. So I love that for Chime and for me. And then I have been reading, you guys, the Where the Crawdads Sing book, and it's been a favorite of mine for September, just because the fact that I normally, me and reading, y'all know. Anyway, let's talk about what went well. In September, I hung with my old coworkers. We actually did lunch at my old job. I actually also hung with my new coworkers, and me and one of my coworkers, we did lunch on multiple occasions. So I love that for us. And then I also took my medication daily. That was something that went well, because me and pills and stuff, I took my medication daily. So let's talk about areas of growth. One area of growth is that we want to make friends with a married couple. The gag is we have lots of folks who are married, but none of them live where we live, because we're pretty much the only people who live here because this is where my husband grew up, and no one lives here that we, there are no married couples that live here that we actually hang out with. We go on married couples trips and all kinds of stuff like that, but we don't have anybody here to hang out with. So we kind of want to make friends with a married couple. That could be fun. We do most things alone, but I'm like, yeah, we probably should find like a couple that's like us that we can hang out with, and that would be fun. And then we decided together that, first of all, that's one of the goals that we're going to work on in our next year of life. Both of us have birthdays in September, so we kind of like reflect on our past year and then what we want our next year to look like individually and together. And we have decided that we want to be less critical of not only each other, but ourselves and of others, because we are known to be critical. Well, how can I say it? It's not that we are critical, but the thing is, the reason why it gets us in trouble, or the reason why it comes up as an issue within our marriage, is because we kind of just say whatever we do, like that's just the life that we live. We're not sugarcoaters. We're not sugarcoaters to ourselves, to other people, to each other. We're not the sugarcoating type. We keep it 100. Like that's just how we live our lives. However, we want to improve that and work on that. So we're going to hold each other accountable, not just within like us, but also just holding each other accountable, even if we notice one is being critical to someone who we don't even know. So let's talk about some lessons learned. We learned that we may be too picky about our friendship requirements. When we were talking about making friends with a married couple, my husband was like, do you think we're too picky? And I was like, I don't know. We should probably unpack that and process that to see, because we may be, we may not be. I don't really know, but that's something to further explore. Another lesson learned is that I am kind of content with the way that I live my life. When it comes to friendships and relationships, I have always been the type to, it's not that I don't want to make new friends or form new relationships. It's just that the ones that I have already, I feel like it's plentiful. I already have enough friends. I have enough family members. I have enough already. And trying to maintain those friendships and relationships is already a task and a half for me. So trying to do anything more is a little stressful. By the way, I'm drinking Diet Coke. Another lesson that I learned, which was probably the prime lesson learned, is that I don't think most people cannot even comprehend my level of honesty and authenticity. I have always been an honest person. People have always been like, well, the person who, they always say, the person who says what other people are thinking. Well, that was definitely me when I was younger, but I'm proud to say that over the years, I have definitely scaled back on that. I'm way better for it. But still, even when I talk about my job, when people are like, how are you liking your new job? And I'm like, well, I don't really. And they're like, shook. I'm like, you guys, it's okay. It's fine. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's just becoming clear to me that my level of honesty and authenticity is a little, I don't know what the word is, but that's something that has been clear to me. Also, a lesson learned is that I just have, as the years go by, I have more and more confidence. I've always been a confident child. People have always poured into me since I was younger, telling me that I'm beautiful and smart and all these other types of things. And I just have to say, eventually, after people tell you the same thing for so long, I believe it. And so, I don't know, I just realized in September, I was like, wow. I think also too, I quit wearing foundation, and I don't know, I just appreciate my skin so much more nowadays. I don't know, I'm not gonna go on a tangent about it, but that was a lesson learned. Plans for next month, I plan to do lots more home projects, spend time with loved ones by way of friend dates, and just, as we go into the holiday season, I want to be present. We're going to a birthday party for our cousin. I'm going to a baby shower for like a family friend, and I think my friend may be coming to visit. We are thinking about hosting an event here. So I just want to spend like every weekend, every weekend, I guess, just spending time with those who I love. And what I was grateful for most in October is fall. I love fall. I'm almost a fall baby, but not quite. My birthday is about a week before fall begins typically, but I love fall. It gives me life. My word or quote of the month is scant, which means barely sufficient or adequate, and I learned that from the book that I'm reading, Where the Crawdads Sing. And I would rate this month overall a 9 out of 10. Honestly, maybe a 10 out of 10. I don't know, the fender bender, gaining weight and all of that is kind of blowing me. So we're gonna go with 9 out of 10. But outside of those things, September was great. So let's talk about my goals. For September, I wanted to lose 3 pounds. Obviously did not do that. I wanted to reschedule and study for my exam. Did not do that. Wanted to work on this planner. Did not do that. I wanted to secure 2 sponsorships. Technically, I did that, yes. I have one. I'm still confirming it, but it is secure. I just need to like send one last email. So my goal was to use social media less, and I wanted to use social media on the weekends, but what I decided was that it makes the most sense to use social media on the days that I upload YouTube videos. One is on the weekend, and then one is during the week. So I'm gonna check off that because I only have Instagram, that's what I'm referring to, and my social media usage has much decreased. Did not complete the patio makeover. We did hang the wall art and the shelf, and I did not clean the shops. I'm gonna check this off because it's like 85% completed. I did decorate for fall, and I did plan a fall giveaway. I actually think I'm gonna do another one, but for all intents and purposes, I did at least do one fall giveaway already. This was my fall mood board, very fallish, and I love it. And we're gonna talk about everything that this encompasses pretty much, but this is kind of everything that this was a depiction of September for me. Also, these are the habits that I tracked. I tracked getting 8 hours of sleep, closing my rings on my Apple Watch, exercising, taking my medication, reading, getting 10,000 steps, and studying. I did pretty good. I'm not aiming to do everything every day. That's kind of bizarre. So, well, I'd like to get 8 hours of sleep every day, but that is not always the case. But I did not study at all. So that's kind of problematic. But for the most part, I think I did pretty good. So my October goals include working out 15 times. That's something that I want to do. Instead of doing lose weight, which I do want to do, I kind of want to focus on working out. I want to reschedule and study for my exam, possibly even taking it in October. I want to work on this planner. I want to secure 2 sponsorships per usual, use social media 4 days per week or less. So basically I don't want to exceed 4 days, because if there are 7 days in a week, using social media, aka Instagram, more than 4 days is pushing it for me. I want to take 2 personal or solo dates. And then I want to complete the home projects. I changed the home projects because these are like the new home projects that I would like to get done. I want to do 2 fall activities with my BFF, which is my husband. And then I want to move this up because it's kind of bothering me. And this one's kind of not centered. It's kind of bothering me. Okay. And then my last goal is to schedule 3 friends gatherings or 3 gatherings with friends. Okay, so let's talk about my September favorites. So in addition to everything else that I already shared was great and wonderful about September, I actually do have some September favorites, some things that kind of just stood out, and I just want to talk about those today. I have broken them up into 5 categories. So I'm going to share a beauty favorite, a tech favorite, a leisure favorite, a food favorite, and a lifestyle favorite. So my beauty favorite was retinol. I recently ditched using foundation. I don't know if you can tell, you probably can, but I haven't worn foundation outside of my birthday since I think July. In my head, I'm going to only wear it for like super special occasions, or just, I don't know. I thoroughly enjoy makeup. I don't know. I'm loving, I don't know. I have no idea. My skin's fine. Whatever, it's not that big of a deal. I've only been wearing makeup foundation for like, did I say that? I'm talking about Did I say that? I'm talking about foundation. I have only been wearing foundation for maybe like 5 years. So it's not that big of a deal, you know, but I have not been wearing foundation. And because of that, I thought, let's take better care of our skin. So I purchased a retinol from TJ Maxx, and I was just randomly strolling through TJ Maxx with my husband. I think he was getting some new clothes or something for back to school. And I came across a retinol, and so I've been using it and I've been loving it. So that's my favorite from September. My tech favorite is this camera. It is a Panasonic G7. I have been using this Panasonic for a very long time. Now, I know that I'm a creature of habit. I don't love learning new things. If it ain't broke, I'm not gonna fix it. I'm not the one. So the fact that I purchased a new vlog camera because my vlog camera fell apart, literally the whole screen came off and it won't turn off. It's a mess. I purchased a new Sony vlog camera and I've been toying around with it. I haven't put it to the test exactly because I haven't vlogged really. My hope is that it's going to be a more portable thing if I'm out in the car, you know, out actually capturing stuff instead of taking this camera with me. But it really made me appreciate this camera. In fact, if they could make it like a smaller version, I would be so happy. Or if the lens retracted, because that's what kind of makes it not a vlog camera for me. But I really wish that maybe I need to explore Panasonic point and shoot cameras or something, because I really love this camera. I know how to use it. It fits my needs. I don't really see the need to upgrade it. I don't know. I'll have to keep you posted. I almost want to just use this as a vlog camera, even though it's not portable at all. It was when I was at work filming a day in the life when my actual vlog camera fell apart, and that's when I was like, I need to purchase a new vlog camera, and I really want it to be compact because I can vlog at work. But the thing is, I can't carry this big thing around, or if I do, people are going to ask me about it and I don't want to be bothered. It won't fit in any purse or bag or anything like that. That's why I wanted to replace my vlog camera with something small. But anyway, I just love this camera. Highly recommend. I've been using it for years. She's a beaut. I'm not even filming in 4K, which I could, which would take my quality to the next level, but it also uses a lot of space and I ain't got that much space to be working with. My favorite leisure thing was Where the Crawdads Sing. Again, I've been reading it for about 2 weeks and I'm almost finished. In fact, I've already purchased my next book, so I love that for me. But that's been my favorite leisure thing, is just reading that book. And you know, every night I try to read at least a couple chapters or something, like 30 minutes of reading. Well, not every night, otherwise I would be finished, but that's been my favorite leisure thing. My favorite food is a parfait, specifically one that I make at home. I don't know what it is about these parfaits. I think they're so good to me because they only have products inside of them that I like, which is why I don't like buying parfaits. And I can control what's the sugar that's in them or the carbs, or like I'm in full control, and it's good and it's chef's kiss. So I try to use the highest protein Greek yogurt. I use plain and vanilla. Mostly plain, a little bit of vanilla to take the edge off the tartness of the plain Greek yogurt. I add in sugar-free chocolate chips, strawberries, blueberries, granola, and I drizzle a little honey. And something about it not being super sweet, something about it being a little crunchy, something about it being a little soft, it hits the spot. It's my favorite. Chef's kiss is my favorite. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. I took a load off from consuming them for about maybe like a year. I don't know, I just didn't make them. Then I started back up this summer and I've been eating them every day. I don't eat like candy and stuff usually, and sweets and stuff a whole lot. So it's kind of like my alternative to a cookie or a piece of cake, and it's a healthier alternative. And my favorite thing from lifestyle is babysitting. In September, I began babysitting my friend's little baby. Well, he is like 9 months and I'm the first person to babysit him. I actually babysit him in his home while she's in her office room, wherever, doing this work obligation, and I only do it for a couple of hours, and it's been my favorite thing in September, hands down. It's definitely new because I do give up like from probably 5 to 8 8:15 p.m., 8:30. So I give up a lot of my evenings when I do it, but I only do it 4 times a month because her husband is off of work and keeps him obviously the other times, and I only do it like every other day. It's not that much, and it's been my favorite thing. So I don't know, I just love babies. No, I don't have baby fever. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I have not used artificial lighting in a while. I keep sitting in front of this window to film most of my videos, and honestly, I love it because I don't feel like toting around ring lights and studio lights. It's a headache. So anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you are new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, give this video a thumbs up. I already said that, didn't I? What's the thing I say? I don't know, I forgot. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.